Don't fall for that costume you're wearing. You know the stuff that you don't like about yourself. Like, why am I so intense? Why do we have to be strong all the time? Or shy or quiet? Or why can't I be like so and so? You name it. You go through life thinking, this is just me. This is how I am. And yet, you know you don't like it. Because the truth is, you came into this world as a bright, bright light. You were totally perfect and totally complete. And then somebody took you home. And the games began, right? You started looking around. Wow, everybody else is wearing a costume. This person's the smart one. This one's the baby. I'm the leader. So you put one on too. And maybe, like me, for example, I was the first daughter in a family of 12 kids. So I was the leader. I was the one who tied their shoes. I was the one who could read before everybody else. I'm the leader. I'm always in charge. I always know what to do. And that was my costume. Superwoman, maybe you could put on my dress. I can handle anything and anybody. And I really believed it. I didn't need anything. Maybe that's you. And so you're great at running corporations or your business, but in relationships, maybe it's not going so great, or your health might now be falling apart. So the bottom line, the costume you put on doesn't always serve you. It kind of gets a little too tight. So what's happening? Think of yourself, your mind, as you have a subconscious mind. So you're walking around and you've stuffed everything down in there. You've fallen for your disguise. You think it's you. And you can't even remember that you layered one thing upon another thing upon another thing just to survive. And the subconscious mind doesn't always get that that's in the past. You don't need to do that anymore. It just is about keeping you safe and keeping things going. And it soon becomes what's coming up from there becomes your identity. But it's not your identity at all. And the costume is too tight. It's like it was your old story. What's your new story? Who do you really choose to be at this point, once you become aware of these costumes that you've got on? So I've been reflecting on all this as I prepare for another round of my Tapping for Transformation Masterclass. And what I wanted to share with you is that all this material that I teach in this masterclass, it comes from working with thousands and thousands of client hours and clocking all that and figuring things out. And I used to only teach this tapping masterclass to clinicians. For at least 20 years I've been teaching it. And I realized this past year especially, many people took it online with COVID and we were home on our Zoom meetings and found, even though they're not clinicians, they were able to shift their own beliefs themselves. They were able to take off their costumes. And as we worked together as a group, they got stronger and shifted and began to create new stories for themselves very, very powerfully. So in the class, we'll spend time exploring what kind of costumes you might be wearing and clear what's between you and an amazing life that you'd like to live. So if you're ready to ditch that costume and create a bigger life, a life of your creation, I really encourage you to check it out, and you can read more below.